Chapter 8 is about multiple table queries. That means that now you will be writing queries that will involve more than one tables in the same query. So far, all the SQL statements that we have written are only one table based. So when you start combining tables together, according to chapter 8, which starts from page 215, maybe if you want to have your book in front of you, that'll be easier. When I'm talking about it, I'll be referring to the pages in the book. So page 215, where the table chapter 8 starts, it says one of the ways you can put these tables together is a concept that was introduced even before databases were introduced, is the concept of joins. If you remember in your IBM Enterprise Concepts class and beyond, that we learn about joins, that you would write a logical file in which you will join two or more physical files. However, the drawback was that you could not join the physical files. That was the biggest drawback. So when databases were introduced, here you can also join the physical files. Means your tables, which are now called tables, what you had as your physical files. So your tables can be joined, and when the tables are joined, they can be joined on a common field. And based on that common field, you need to make sure that the common field must have the same data type or more compatible data type, must have the same values or similar values so that you can pull data from both sides. Now comes the question, can I only fetch the data that matches? Means, for example, if I have an employee table, which has all the employee data, and I have a department table that has all the department data, and I know that in the employee table, I have listed a department ID as a foreign key, which is connected with the department ID in the department table where it is a primary key. So when I'm combining the two tables together, can I only see those departments in which there are employees? And the answer is no. It totally depends on what kind of join you write. If you're writing an equi-join, that's one of the types of joins, then yes, you will only see those records which match in both tables. But it is quite possible for you to write outer joins. Equi-joins are also called inner joins. Outer joins allow you to match that data item also that is not to be found in both tables. And then there are different kinds of outer joins, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. So there are a lot of variations. And then you have non-equi joins as well, which are not based on equality. And there is another kind of a join that is called a self join or a recursive join, where two fields in the same table are joined back to each other with each other. So that's another kind of a join. So if you turn to page number 216, I want you to look at figure 8-1, which talks about 8 different types of joins available to you in DB2. I'll give you guys a minute or so to read that table or figure 8-1. Next, after that, I want you to look at the bottom of page 216, where the author talks about that, let's say if there's a department code table, a department code field, which is the primary key field in the departments table, and employee ID is the primary key field in the employees table. In order for you to join the employees table with the department table, you need to have a common field. So you would need a department code field in the employees table for you to be able to join that with the departments table. So that's one thing to keep in mind. As far as the syntax is concerned, if you turn to page 217 and look at figure 8-2, it gives you the syntax of what we call an inner join or equi-join. An inner join is where you are joining two tables based on the common field, and it gives you only those records which are found in both places. So for example, if the department table does not has any employees in it, then that department information will not be picked. So only those departments will be displayed that have employees in it. So that's basically called an inner join. Keeping that in mind, now let's start working with our examples here. I want you to first of all display all records of books table. Display all records of books table. Then display all records of publisher table. So what should I type to display all records of books table?
Select all from books.
Select. Should I say all from
Star.
books?
Star.
Can you guys tell me the common field between the two tables?
Hub ID?
Okay. So that means there is a possibility that I could join the two tables. So when two or more tables are joined on common fields and only the matching records are pulled from each table, and such joins are your inner joins or equi-joins. So we need to select fields, whatever fields we want, from table 1, comma, table 2, where field 1 from table 1 matches a field 2 from table 2. Okay, so that's basically the main syntax of this query. So whatever fields you want to select. So for example, in the books table, if you rerun line number 2, can you see publisher ID with each and every book?
Yes.
Okay. And if you run the publisher, do you see with every publisher a publisher name?
Yep.
Did you have the publisher name in the books table? Did you have the publisher name in the book table or books table?
No.
Nope.
No. Okay. So if somebody gives you a task that I want you with every book title, I want to know the name of the publisher. You can't do it from the books table. You have to bring in the publisher table and match them on the common field. So what the database engine will do, every record it pulls, it goes to the publisher ID field, grabs it, go to the other table, which is the publishers table. We'll try to find that publisher ID. Upon finding the match, we'll go to the publisher name field and we'll grab the name of that publisher, and then we'll display next to the title. So this is what will happen behind the scene. Is everybody following the process? Okay, so we will type select. I want to select from the books table. I want to select the title of the book. And from the publisher table, I want the publisher name. And these are my tables. Books and publisher. Where? What's the common field?
Pub ID.
Pub ID, okay. If I write it like this, is this okay?
No,
Why not?
it doesn't know which pub ID is which.
Exactly. So that's why with common fields, you must precede them by their table names. Now, with each and every book, you will see the name of the publisher. Okay. Everybody get to see the titles with the publisher names next to them? Okay. So again, whenever you have queries like these, which involve data from multiple fields to be pulled out, you need to figure out, okay, is there anything common between those tables? And if there is something common, you need to include that in your where clause. If sometimes,
Sorry, I got red on title. I don't know why.
red on title,
Like books, that title. I don't know why. Give me red there.
Can you share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You're trying to pull it from book, not books. So it's after the from, put an S in books.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the table name is books.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Greg.
Greg.
Okay, so sometime it would happen so that you want to pull data from two tables, and those two tables have nothing in common. There is no common field. So what you do in your database is you try to find a table which is linked to both of them. So you first try to link from table 1 to that intermediate table, and then from intermediate table to the table 2, and that's how you can do linking as well. And we will do all those examples. I'm just telling you guys different ways of doing things or different situations that could arise. Now, let's write this in a different way, alternate way, because SQL has evolved over a period of time So there are different ways of doing the same thing. So the newer or the more modern way of writing that same stuff, which uses less operator, is what I'm doing next. So select books.title, comma, publisher.name from books. Now, instead of using comma, we use words inner join publisher. And instead of using the whole where clause, we make it part of the from clause that limits the usage of another clause. And then you can put your condition down there, okay? So that does exactly the same thing as line number 8. It's just another way to do it. So that is why a lot of the older books, you may find that they will do it line 8 way. And the newer books will probably either show both or may do line 11 way. Okay. Now let's look at another alternate way. So this, let me call this one alternate way with inner join keyword. Alternate with table alias. So let me copy line number 8 and paste it on line number 14. The table aliasing allow you to use shorter names for your tables, and then you can use those names in all over your query. For example, I can say the books table is B and the publisher is a P. So wherever the books come, I will use B, and wherever the publisher comes, I'll use P. And it does exactly the same thing. It's just like another way of doing things. Alternate with table alias using joins in joins. Using where clause.
So we can use that same method for the inner join also, aliases.
Yeah. So all these three things, 8, 11, 14, are doing exactly the same thing. It's just different ways of doing it. And then let's alternate with table alias and joins using inner join keyword. So you can actually take line 11, and on line 11, you can add aliases after each of your tables. And then you can use those aliases wherever you use the table name. Okay. So 4 ways of doing the same thing. That's what it is. So have a look at all 4 ways. Lines 8, 11, 14, 17. Everybody get this? Robert, Desmond, Cole, Amka, Devin, Francisco. Francisco, you got it too? Okay, cool. Okay. Now let's start looking at some of the errors that you can make. Let's look at number 1. Let me copy line number 14. No, not line 14, line 17, and paste it. So I'm going to select the title. I want to select the publisher's name and the whole 9 yards, right? And let me add the word books instead of B. And I want you, and once you do that, then I want you to run this query. Okay. And it'll tell you that the query fails. And the reason is very simple. Once you alias, you cannot use the full names. For that one simple reason. Once you start aliasing, you cannot use full names. Clear? Now let's look at another error situation. Number 2. Okay, you fixed the error over here and you wrote B back. But in the on clause, you decide to use the full form. Books. Even then, same problem. Once you start aliasing, you cannot use the full name. Doesn't matter where it is. Can you guys do this query for me? I wrote the comment on line 26. Can you convert the comment into an actual query? Okay, I see that 5 people are done. 6. 7. 8. Bojacks, are you still working on it? And Victor. Oh, so Desmond, what did you write for this query?
Huh?
So again,
Sorry, I'm eating too.
Oh.
They just brought me food. Sorry.
so what did you write for this query?
One second. Can you let somebody else? I mean, sorry, I'm eating and trying to type at the same.
Okay, okay.
Should I just type it on the chat?
Just tell me, did you reuse one of the existing queries?
No.
No, okay.
Well, like basically, but little
Basically,
different.
yeah, you could
Yeah.
have easily reused this query from line 17. Okay, and
Yeah, I
what should
just
I
did
add? What should I add to
the
this?
pub ID equals 4.
Where? Pub ID
Yeah.
equals to 4. That's it, right?
Yeah.
That's it. What's wrong? What did
Are you
I?
gonna do the book? Oh,
Ah, yes, I have to alias. Yep, that's what I missed. I got to alias it. Yep, now I can see all of these from the same publisher. As you can see, it's the same publisher name for all the books.
we have. Well, I wrote it a little different, but it looks the same.
Okay, now let me give you guys your next query. Publish all books by publisher ID 1 or all books from any publisher at cost less than 15. Okay. Okay, Jack, tell me what you did here.
I copied the one from before and then changed it to 1, the pub ID.
Okay, so change this pub ID to 1. Okay, what else did you do?
And then I did the or b dot cost less than 15.
Okay. And is it necessary to do b dot cost is the question for everybody.
Yes.
I mean, since it's only on the one table, I don't think so.
Very good. That's the correct answer. So for those fields that are found in multiple tables in the same query, they require aliasing. For any field that is only from one table, it doesn't require aliasing, but what is recommended is that you should still alias them. That's recommendation. Okay, select all records from the order items table. Okay. Answer.
Was it the ISBN?
Yes, it is biased. So if I were to join these two tables, that field is my field that I'll use. So let's say if you are tasked with the following, display item number, quantity, ISBN, and the title of the book that you ordered. So solve this query. Okay, Cole, what did you write?
Right. Select O dot item number, O dot quantity, B dot ISBN, B dot title from
Uh-huh.
order items O, inner join books B on O dot ISBN is equal to B dot ISBN.
Cool. Mhm. Oh. So since the title of the book was not in the order items table, was in the books table, we were able to join both of these tables using the common field. So now I can see the title of the book that I ordered along with its quantity and the item number. Okay, that's the next thing I would like you to do. Select all the data from the promotion table. Once you select all the data from the promotion table, who remembers where to go and look at the entity relationship diagram for this database?
Isn't it on Blackboard?
It is on Blackboard. Where?
Under course documents, SQL scripts and ERD.
Yep. Under course documents link, and then you go to the scripts ERD. I want everybody to go there. And once you are there, find me how promotion is linked with any other table.
It's linked to the retail and min-max retail on promotions.
So technically it is not linked to any table. It doesn't have any primary key or foreign key that is linked with other tables. Yet you can logically observe that there is some relationship between the data in the promotion table and the data in the books table. There is a logical relationship only in the data, but there is no physical connection. So if somebody gives me a task that, okay, promotion table has the min and a max, and what other field this promotion table has besides min and max?
Gift?
Gift. So somebody gives me the task that I want you to display with every book title the gift that a person will receive with that book. How will I do that? With every book title, I want to display the gift.
So would we do where we would normally link with similar fields? Instead, we would be like retail in like greater than min retail and less than max retail.
And where would you write that?
For the inner join, I would think after on.
How can you do an inner join? There is no common field.
Oh, okay. So let me look at this for a second. So instead I would do where retail is greater than min and retail is less than max.
Okay, so you will not use any joins.
Huh.
I'm asking.
Well, I'm not sure, but this is me doing an educated guess. I think there's something I'm missing, but
So what will
Would
be?
it
Yeah, go ahead, Jessica.
Would it be an outer join?
Outer join also requires a common field.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry.
Outer joins, inner joins, exception joins, self join, everybody require a common field. Yes.
If it's an unmatched join, you can still link it together.
Which join?
Do they have an unmatched join? I mean, is there something like that?
Yeah, you have an unmatched join at match.com.
So
No, you don't have an unmatched join. You're close though. What would be another word for unmatched in relational operators, Desmond?
I'm picturing it in my head, but I don't know. I can't come off right now. Let me look at my book real quick.
I mean, it's not in your book.
It's not.
Nope. Think outside the bun. Taco Bell.
I don't know. Drawing a blank here.
What is another word for unmatched in relational operators, guys? Everybody, open to everybody.
Not equal.
Okay, very good. So if we have an equi-join, what would be the opposite of that? Yes, what will be the opposite of that?
Not equal.
No, equi-join, what will be the opposite of equi-join? Come on, guys, so easy. It's non-equi-join. Come on, opposite of equi will be non-equi.
I was trying to think of like how to say it like grammatically. I was like unequal join. I was like, how would you say that?
Yeah, I was confused too.
Non-equi-join. In non-equi-join, you do not need a common field. So therefore, you do not use any terminologies of join in a non-equi-join. All you got to make sure is you list the fields that you want. So I need the title and I need the gift from books and promotion. If you want, you can alias them. For example, I want to alias this B, I want to alias this P, so I'll have B dot title and P dot gift. Okay, oh, I misspelled from. Okay, then you use your where clause, where B dot retail is greater than equals to min retail and B dot retail is less than equals to max retail. So there isn't anything. If I run my promotion is empty. That's why there isn't anything. How about you guys? Your promotion should be filled, right? I think I might have deleted the data in the promotion.
Yeah, my promotion has some stuff in it.
Yeah, I probably might have deleted mine. Go ahead, you run yours. It should give you some output. You should see the titles and the gifts, right? Yeah, okay, cool. How else can I write this? What I just wrote in line 45. How else can I write
Between.
between? Yes. Where B dot retail between min retail and max retail. Here you go. Okay. Cool. Okay. How many types of outer joins do we have?
Three,
What are they?
a left outer join, a right outer join, and a full outer join.
Yes. Left outer join means that usually in a join statement, let's say inner join, you have a table on the left and you have a table on the right. So in the left outer join, the table on the left gets a precedence. In the right outer join, the table on the right gets a precedence. And in the full, they both are given equal precedence. Now, what exactly does they do? That's page number 216. Your book says, if you're using a left outer join, which is also called left join, return all rows from first table, even if no matching rows are found in the second table. In the right outer join, return all rows from the second table, even if no matching rows are found in the first table. And full outer join is return all rows from both tables, even if the rows do not match from other table. Okay. Now I want you to give to view. Okay. Select all records from customers YS table, and also select all orders, all records from orders YS table. Okay, I want you to write these two queries as well. Once you're done with the top one. Let me clear your feedback and I'll ask you who does it, who completes it. Okay, thank you, Victor, for the first one. How will I do the second one, guys? Who will tell us how to do the second one? Josh, you want to try? Jessica, how about you? You want to try the second one?
Sure. So I wrote select and then count,
Okay.
and then inside the parentheses, I wrote distinct customer number. And then as count, That's what I titled it. From orders YS. You're missing an S at the end
Oh.
of.
Orders. Yes, thank you. Okay.
Mhm.
So what does that tell you, the two outputs? What did you incur from them?
That not all customers have ordered something.
Very good. Okay. Now that is a good candidate for our outer joins. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to list all customers who have placed orders and those who have not placed orders. So I can basically join the 2 and 2 and see, you know, wherever the gaps are, those people have not done it. Okay. How can I produce the gap? To produce the gap, I need to grab a common field, or I can grab a field that is coming from the orders table and is not in the customers table. So for example, list first and last names of each customer along with the order number. Okay. Now, where are there more occurrences of customer numbers in the customers table or orders table?
For customer
There-
number or order number?
No, for customer number.
Customers?
Customers table, okay? So if I want to pull the data about customers and the more people are found in the customers table, then, and I'm doing a left outer join, I got to make sure that I put the customers table first. Okay? If I'm doing a right outer join, then I will put the customer table the second. Is there everybody following that? Okay, so I will first do the left outer join here. So select the first name, the last name, and the order number from customers YS. Left outer join, orders YS on customers YS dot customer number equals to orders YS dot dot customer number. Let me split it in two lines so easier to read. Okay. Oh. Customer.
You wrote in
It's
instead
supposed
of
to be
on.
say on.
On. Thank you. So now as I scroll down the list, I could see there are some customers who are missing an order number. And those are the ones that are selected because of the left outer join. And of course, I can rewrite this query with aliases like customer C and orders O. Then I can just shorten this. C dot first name, C dot last name, and O dot order number. So now when I run these two queries, I will be able to show the same output. Okay, it's just like I'm now using aliasing. if I copy this and paste it and use right outer join instead of left, in the left one, I had 27 rows. In the right one, I'll get 21 because there aren't any orders that do not have a matching customer. You know what I'm saying? All orders have matching customers. So that's why right outer join will yield only the matching ones. However, if I switch things around, right outer join, where I write the customers YS table on the other side of join and orders O on the left side of join, now it will yield 27 records, exactly the same as lines 71 and 72. So 77, 78 will have the same results as 71 and 72. And if I do a full outer join, as opposed to a right outer join, I will still get 27 because there aren't any records that are found in orders and do not have a matching one in customers. But if that would have been the case, then, you know, full outer would be extremely beneficial. I'll clear your participations here. Okay. Give me a green check when you guys have tested all of these. So guys, whenever you are done testing all 4 of these, give me a green check. Okay, we have Desmond, Devin, and Victor still working on the code, and Josh.
Yes, will typer.
Oh, that's fine. But since there was a lot of copy pasting, that's why I asked. I hope you're not typing everything, you're copy pasting.
No, I'm copying and pasting, but
Okay,
I got a couple of red spots and I was trying to see where it
okay, okay,
quite didn't change.
okay. Victor, you're also typing here?
I have errors.
Okay, you're trying to fix those?
Yes.
Okay. And Josh? I wonder if Josh can hear us. He's not responded to my last question also. You know, sometimes you will see a person join, but they're actually not there and they're in the process of getting disconnected. It just like freezes them there. And I've noticed sometimes, you know, and then they'll be dropped.
Keep getting an error in one of them, and I don't know why. I'm gonna try to figure it out, just so you know why I'm taking long.
Go ahead, share your screen. Let's see. It should not be an error unless it's a typo or maybe a mistake, little mistake. Okay, actually you wrote customers YS on both sides. On the left-hand side, after from, it should be orders YS.
Okay, got you.
Okay, now run it. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I will share mine again. Victor, you got it, or you still or you want help?
I got it now. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So there's one more, Desmond, you would have to do. It's a copy paste of line 77 and 78. It just says full outer join instead of right. The rest of the details are the same.
Okay, I'm doing it right now.
Okay, cool.
Also,
All set. Okay, cool. Okay, now let's look at the exception joins on page number 216. What are exception joins?
They return rows from the first table when they don't have a match in the second table.
Okay, so how are they different from outer joins?
It only returns the ones that don't have a match.
Exactly. That is the main difference. Okay, so exception joins are of how many types?
Two, left
Okay.
and right.
Yeah. Left and right. Now let me copy my left outer join query from line 71 and 72. And let me paste it here. And instead of left outer join, I will use left exception join. So I will only get those customers who have never placed any orders. And if you try with the right exception join, what do you think you will get? When you do left exception join, you got all those customers who never placed an order. What do you think you will get with the right exception join? Is right exception join giving you anything?
No.
Why?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around. I feel like it has to do with the order.
Because every order has a customer number.
Exactly. There aren't any orders that are without a customer. So the left exception join looks at the table on the left-hand side, which is the customers table, and see what are the customer IDs or which customer numbers are not found in the orders table, and we'll list those. In the right exception join, it will do the same thing, but it will look at the table on the right-hand side, which is orders, and we'll see which customer numbers in the orders table are not found in the customers table. So are there any customers in the orders table who are not in the customers table? Jessica?
I'm sorry, I had to break up a fight. What was that?
Are there any customers in the orders table who are not found in the customers table?
No.
No, so that's why the result is no records.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Why do you guys think that there is no full exception join? They have a full outer join. Why don't they have a full exception join? Why don't we have full exception join? Yeah, go ahead.
Were you talking to me?
Whoever wants to answer. Anybody?
Oh, sorry. Wouldn't it be because if it was a full exception join, it would be, they would have to have nothing on both
Exactly.
files, or...
Exactly. It will be 0 rows selected every time because it will be looking for those that don't match. Only, and if you see don't match from both sides, you get nothing. So that's why, there is none in that category here. Okay, so how many joins have you looked at so far, guys? How many joins, how many types of joins have we done in examples so far?
4.
4. What are they, Desmond?
Inner, outer, exception, and left and right. Sorry, I don't know. Okay, let me see where I'm doing this. Inner, outer, exception,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know what I'm missing. What am I missing? Was the 4 correct? Well,
You gave me 3 out of 4. Yes, 4 is correct. I'm looking for the 4th one.
me too. Hold on, give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I said me too, so I'm looking for the 4th one. I can't remember what it is.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I'm holding on to my phone. I'm holding.
I don't know. Tell me what I'm missing. I figure it was 4, but can't remember. I don't know what.
It was a non-equi join. Remember the promotion
There
one?
you go.
Yeah,
That was the weird one that like I was that
yeah.
we couldn't. Not
Non-
even Jessica knew the answer to that one, so I don't feel that bad.
Yeah.
I did not know the answer, so
Jessica used the last 4 letters of her last name and she locked the answer.
ha 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 ha.
Okay. So how many joins are left to be talked about? How many more joins are
Two.
there? 2 more, okay? Now, let me ask you to give me the query before I get to these joins. Can you give me the query for this guy? And whoever gets it done can write it in the chat or paste it in the chat.
What do you mean by the count of record?
List the count of records in publisher tables with a column alias pub count.
Is that the same?
So again?
Let me see.
Oh, okay,
Oh yeah, it's the same.
right. Select count star from pub count. Okay, cool, awesome. So this will give me that. This will give me that how many publishers are there total in the publisher table. Okay. Now, something very similar to this one, but I want from another table, a different table. This one. Again, whoever gets done first can post it in the chat. Okay, so we will grab this query and we will paste it. Oops. I think it didn't get copied. Okay. Now, if I ask you that I want you to write a query in which you list the count of books and count of publishers. In the same query, I want to see the count of books and I want to see the count of publishers. And you know that there's a common field, right? What's the common field between the two tables?
Pub ID.
Yes. Okay. Let's see if you can write a query and share that query with us in the chat.
Is it 14?
What can you share your query in the chat?
I don't know if it's right or not. Let's be honest with you. But it works.
Okay. Well, but you only gave me the count from books. I want both counts. I want the
Oh,
yeah, I want the book count and I need the publisher count.
okay.
So are you guys getting any errors? That's why you're not posting?
Yes.
Okay. Can you post your errored query in the chat?
I'm in the middle of fixing it, but I will in a second.
Yeah, okay.
I just posted mine in the chat, and I'm sure it's kind of goofy and wrong, but you see the logic I was going for.
Okay, let's see the logic. Okay, oops. Let's see, copy this. And paste it. Okay. So this and this and this and that. Okay. Now let's say if we do just full outer join. How about if we don't need to get that complicated, right? We can just say inner join, you know, wherever they're matching. So if I do something like this, it starts complaining. Okay, let's say, okay, you were saying because I did B dot asterisk because I want them to know that I am looking for the count of all the fields in the books table. But the statement fails. And what does it tell you when the statement fails? It was not valid. Okay, so you'll be like, okay, how about if I use maybe one of the fields in the book table? And maybe I can use one of the fields in the publisher table because it doesn't understand asterisks. Okay. What happened here? Originally, when I counted the publisher, how many publishers were there? 5? How many books were there when I first looked at it? 14? How many books are there? 14? So when I run this, I get 14 on both of them, right? And you'll be like, okay, maybe because the publisher ID is a common field. So how about if I maybe do a count on name field? Then probably I will get 5 because there are 5 names. And boom, it still says 14. Does anybody has any idea why it does that?
It's counting every single time it shows up in the whole table, right?
Very good. So what it does, it first joins them. How many matching records are found between the two tables? 14. There are 14 matches. So it counts them 14 times and it counts them 14 times. So technically, this query has what we call a logical error. Syntactically is perfectly fine, but what you are trying to achieve, you can't achieve. You can't have mix and match count from two tables in the same query. You just can't do it in one query. It's not doable. Just simple as that. It will first merge them, will produce one direct result set, and will then count the result set. You can't just mix and match the result sets. That's why what you're doing, here's a fix for that, but that fix also has a logical error. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, definitely.
So
What if you add distinct for pub ID, would that work?
So if you use distinct, now remember, if I say distinct here, okay, now I am limiting, yes, that will work because now I am limiting myself to saying only grab the non-repeating ones, right? That's the only way out that you can solve this problem, by using the distinct as a keyword. Otherwise, if you count it, then it'll just count however many times it is. Yes. So now this is how you can remove the logical error by using the word distinct. Correct. Okay, give me a green check when you guys are done with this. So Robert and Emka and Francisco are left. Okay. Robert is the only one left. I don't know about Josh. I don't know if he's even there or not. Did anybody hear from Tony from on Discord or something?
No, I haven't heard from him.
Yeah, he's usually pretty good with emails. But I didn't get anything from him. I wonder if he's okay. I hope he's okay. Or he doesn't have internet connection. Was he in any of your classes earlier this week? I know he was there in PHP, right? Yeah, he was there.
He was there.
Yeah, he was there Tuesday, Monday. Yeah. Anyway, how about if we take a break here till 7:50, and then we will talk about the two remaining joins. We have not talked about cross joins or self joins. So we're going to talk about those two joins after the break. So I'll see you guys at 7:50. Well, the good thing is that, all these examples are unique, so they're not built on top of each other. So you can still continue from where we are right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about, out of 6, we talked about 4 types of joins. We'll now be talking about the other 2 that we did not talk about yet. So before we went on break, we talked about the inner joins, which are equijoins, the non-equijoins, the outer joins, and the exception joins. Now we will talk about the cross join. The cross joins are not really joins, if you ask me. Do you guys remember how many records you had in the books table? The total count of the books?
14.
14. What was the total count of publisher? How many publishers?
5.
5. Okay. Now do this code, or type this command. I want to select the title, and I want to select the publisher's name. So that's the name field. From books, comma, publisher. Okay. Oops, books, not boots, books. Okay. What am I missing that I typically write if I'm selecting multiple tables? I'm missing a join, right? I'm selecting multiple tables. I did not write a join, but the query will run. Yes, the query will run just fine. No problem. Can you tell me what really happened here?
Did it just automatically do the join and put books to title and publisher the name because of the order?
Yeah, what it did was it matched every book with all the publishers.
Oh,
Okay, so if you look at it, for bodybuilding, it listed bodybuilding 5 times and it just changed the publisher names. Then list Revenge of Mickey 5 times and just change the publisher names. So this is why it's called Cartesian product or cross join. There are 2 names for this. So it returns a result set in which each row from the first table is combined with each row from the second table. The number of rows in the result set is the product or the multiplication of the number of rows in each table. So that's why it's called cross join or Cartesian product. If the tables are large, this join can take very long time to run. So it is not preferred. Nobody does it. It can take forever to run, but cross join will be particularly useful when we need to select all the possible combination of rows and columns from both tables. I shared some text with you guys in the chat. As to what could be maybe a situation in which you want to use a cross join. And sometimes cross joins could be used in inner queries to generate the results. But directly, you will not find them being used. Okay. Another way to write your cross join would be, let me repeat this query, and you write from books, cross join publisher. That's another way to do the exact same thing. Alternate. So next, we will be looking at self-join, which is when the table is joined with itself. I want you to select all the records from the customers table. Oops. I want to clear feedback instead of asking everybody to be mute. Okay, so I want you to select all the records from the customer table. When you're looking at the data set of everything in the customer table, between the columns of customer table, do you find any columns that may have similar data? Not exactly the same?
Referred to customer ID.
Yep. So refer to the customer ID. So what can you tell from those two columns? What exactly it is?
Referred shows the customer ID of the person who referred the other person.
Exactly, exactly. So if I want to know the name of each person that referred the other customer, because all the customer will tell me that I was referred by so-and-so ID, but doesn't tell me the name of the person. So I want to know the name of the person. So in that case, I would have to use what we call self-join or recursive join. Self-join or recursive join now arises a very important question, and that is, how can you make the table be joined back to itself? Well, the answer is, what we do is, we take the table and we create two copies of the same table. And you must be wondering, well, how can I create two copies of the same table? Very easy. Give them different aliases in the join statement. If the same table has different aliases in the join statement, the database engine will load two copies of the same table in the memory. And then what you can do is you can go to the first copy and you can grab the referred ID. And then you can go to the second copy and start matching that referred ID with the customer number that is matching with. Whichever customer number it matches with, grab that person's name. That is the person that referred the other customer. Everybody follow that? Okay. Now let's put this to practice. So I want to select fields from customers YS table. I'm going to call it C. Inner join customers YS table, and I will call this one R. Meaning this is the table of the customer, and this is the table of the customer's referred guy. Okay, the guy who referred him or her. That's why I'm calling it R. Okay, so I want to grab the name of the customer, the last name of the customer. I want to grab the first name and the last name of the other guy. What are the common fields? Well, the common field is exactly the same on C.referred equals to R dot customer number. Okay, so I'm trying to match the referred field from the customer C alias with the customer number field in the customer's R alias. And here I can see all the customers and who referred them. So Lila Smith referred these two guys. Oh, she referred more people. She referred more than two people. Okay, so the better idea would be for me to then do this order by the last name. That way, all of them will be in one place. So I could see right away by the last name. So Lala's last name, Smith, and then Lucas and Cruz. These are the people who are referring other customers. Okay, you give me a green check when you guys are done. Do you guys remember the other database we have? The other database where all the tables end in the word final, right? Okay. So just like last week, I want to put you guys again in your breakout rooms. So let's see. Okay. So in your breakout rooms, I will be putting you guys there for, let's say, um, 30 minutes. And what you will be doing is you will be going to chapter number 8. And you will be doing examples 1 through 17, which are from pages 218 all the way through page number 239. Okay. And of course, it's not about just typing it, but also being able to understand what's going on. So is 30 minutes enough for 17, or do you guys need more? Okay. I know Desmond will be here in like 15 minutes, but Amka is next week. You guys did like what, 45 last week, right? In 75 minutes? These are
Something
only,
like that.
yeah, these are only 17. And think about it. 17 is what? Exactly, Amka, right? They did 45 of them in less than 75 minutes. So, I mean, like doing 17, and 17 is also underage, right? So, I mean, like, we'll be done soon. Less complications. Complications start after 18. Well, so some it starts from 12.
I was going to say my mom would disagree with you regarding my brother.
Is like what?
He's actually settled down now that he's an adult.
Is it like starts from 12? 11?
Oh, he started at 4. He actually made international news at 4. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll share a news story with you when we come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Damn, throwing our brother under the bus like that.
He's used to it.
So I am opening your rooms now.